Yo, legit. Why do I feel like there's a shadow on me? Hold on. I feel like there's a shadow on me. Okay. Y'all, why are my palms sweaty? I was about to quote Eminem. I'm not gonna do that to you guys, but y'all, my palms are sweating. My heart is legit beating out of my chest like I haven't done this before. It's the first episode! Ah! Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first official episode of Shifts and Giggles. I'm trying not to curse, but I am nervous as insert curse word, okay? Y'all, thank you so much for those of you who are here, those of you who are tuned in. I'm so excited to do this. So let me just say, I'm acting like this is the first time I'm doing this. It's not. It's just the first time that I'm doing it solo. Prior to my child being born, I worked for, magazines, small magazines, and I was able to have all these opportunities to interview all these amazing people. After the birth of my daughter, I did a radio show for a short period of time, and here we are, 8 years later. Ta-da! So, welcome everyone. Hey, to Shifts and Giggles, where I reach out into the world to talk to some amazing people that I know and some that I don't, and we can get to the shit that triggered some shifts and hopefully have some laughs along the way. So thank you so much for tuning in. I kind of just want to get into it. You know how when you're nervous and excited and all the feelings at the same time? Yeah. I think that's it. So this first guest, very first guest. Hang on. I'm not gonna cry. I don't cry. Very first guest, I had the opportunity of meeting in February, and he is just such a warm spirit, and honestly, way wiser than I expect anyone his age to be. So I'm gonna just ask him to pop in. Wait, let me just invite you in, Devon. Everybody.
Hey, how you doing, Rashida?
You make me feel crazy. I'm all loud, hey! And you're hey, how you doing? Just very chill and mild mannered. Hi, Devon.
I just be but I'm still excited. How are you doing? It's good to see you.
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Mm-hmm.
It's good to see you.
Oh my gosh, it's been a minute. I think the last time I seen you was in since February.
I haven't seen you since February. The only time we've had communication is through social media and the group chat, and that's it. But there's 40 people in the group chat.
Yeah.
So exactly. I just want to say, so I spoke to Devon on the phone a couple days ago?
Yeah.
And you were telling me that this is your first interview.
Yes, it is.
So
yes, it is.
I wore my cherry earrings because we popping cherries tonight, okay?
Okay.
I promise it won't hurt.
Please, let it be as painless as possible.
Okay, it will be. For those of you, for the ones who do know you, for the ones who don't know you, tell them who you are and a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Devon Noble, and I'm a powerful, open, and risk-taking leader. Now, for me, currently, I am a model. I model mainly full-time. I've walked New York Fashion Week, shot with a number of brands, and I've also walked a number of shows as well. I also do a little bit of background acting.
Wait, you cut out. Can you hear you? You cut out for a second. I see you, but I can't hear you. No. Can't hear you. You want to pop back out and pop back in? Yeah? Okay, do that. And I'll send another invite. Oh, y'all. I can't believe this is happening on the first show. But we're going to make it work. Here we go. I can't hear you. Okay, y'all. Listen. The way in which life be lifing and shift be shifting, we gonna make it do what it do. I just downloaded Instagram to my daughter's phone. And I can't get it out of the case. So we're on my phone still. Who knew that there was another Instagram update? Like, well, how many updates does Instagram need to do? So, while I can't get it out of this case, we're just going to do the best we can with what we have. And we are going to get back to this interview. You can't hear me. Y'all, this is unbelievable. How do you get this in here? Can you hear me? Okay, y'all can hear me. You can't, okay, you can hear me. Okay, here we go, Devon. Let's try this again. Okay, let's do this. We finna do this.
Yes.
We finna do this!
Let's go. What's that? Four times the charm?
Listen. I was like, this is not about to happen. This is not listen. We updated the app on your end. We updated that app on my end. I downloaded it to my daughter's phone. If I could get it out of the case in case I need to use her phone, it's gonna happen.
All right. Let's go.
Okay, so Devon,
Rashida.
Reintroduce yourself to the people.
All right. So I'm glad y'all can finally hear me again. My name is Devon Noble, and I'm a powerful, open, and risk-taking leader. Now, as for what I currently do, I'm a model, brand ambassador, content creator, poet. I do a lot of different things, but mainly it's starting to fall into the creative realm. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York, so you already know, repping Brooklyn, anyone on my back. And yeah, like my mission and my purpose on this earth, I feel, is to inspire kindness, joy, peace, and love in whoever I come into contact with, and in my content and anything that I put out to other people as well. So yeah, that's me.
Okay, so prior to our mishap here, I said that you are wise beyond your years.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you're talking about purpose, for me, when I was your age, I wasn't talking about my life's purpose.
Really?
I wasn't. I mean, but also it could be that at the time we just didn't have that language, right? But how did you get to this space where you're like, oh, like my purpose in life is to do and be this person?
Honestly, it's been a journey to even reach this point. Because I used to be in school, actually. I used to be in college, and I went to school for computer science. And while I was there, I was also struggling with a little bit of depression, not really being sure if I still want to continue doing computer science.
Uh-huh.
So then COVID happened, the whole world shut down. And now it's just this whole new format of online and being even more isolated. So I'm like, what am I doing? I have no idea where I want to go. As any normal, like 18, 19, 20 something year old. But over time, I always used to feel like I just didn't have a sense of direction. Like I'm kind of just wandering and figuring it out, which I didn't like because I'm used to like school, like, okay, I like to get good grades and I like to achieve, but then coming into the world now it's like, what do I do that's not grades or assignments? Like, what is something that I just want to actively pursue? And I had to struggle with that for a very long time before I realized like we can overcomplicate things as people. And I'm thinking it has to be some big grand purpose or some big grand achievement that I could show off to other people. And I used to always think like, well, I don't really care too much about like trying to impress people. I'm like, what can I do for me? What can I do? And momentum was definitely a big help in that. That was a transformative shift. I'm not even going to lie. And I know you can attest to that too, because it's just like thinking back to where I was like 6 months ago in the beginning of the year to where I am now, it feels like I'm still the same person. I just have a different mindset and I make different choices about what I want to do and who I want to be. You feel me? So, yeah.
Yeah. Man, y'all see what I'm talking about. Now I have a lot of things going in my head right now. Sorry. So I'm trying to like grab the thought that I want to run with first. You went to college for computers.
Yep.
What made you be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like be a computer engineer or do computer technology?
So my dad is actually into technology.
Okay.
He's into, and growing up, I used to always love being on the computer. Like I'm always surfing the web, playing some game, typing, and it was like one of my favorite subjects I had in school, just computer class, to learn about hardware, software, RAM, ROM, keyboards, like internet etiquette, all these different things. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And I love games, and it's just like, so everything was just like piecing together for me. And yeah, I just always had some kind of affinity to technology because it was just what I was brought into at that time in the world.
Right.
People, there was no internet back in like really the 80s, except for if you were like a government official or something.
You weren't even here.
Exactly, I wasn't.
You weren't even here, okay? So how do you know? No, go ahead, finish.
Just from word of mouth from other people and even just research on stuff. It's like, to even think that there was a point in time that what we have now did not exist is still kind of mind-blowing from time to time. Like, like there was brick phones and dial-up, and you had certain minutes on the phone. It's like,
you have to crawl before you walk. So
it's true.
Be grateful that my generation and the generation before you tested all that stuff out, okay? Because it was a rough time.
Man, I couldn't imagine. Like, there was no FaceTime. You really saw somebody. It's like, when I see you, I'm gonna see you again, and that was really it.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. So you chose to leave school.
And I did.
What was your parents' reaction?
Honestly, better than what I expected. I'm not even gonna, because my parents are Caribbean, specifically, and you already know in the Caribbean, people don't play that. Parents,
no, it's all about education.
Yeah, like you gotta get a degree. If you don't do this, you getting kicked out and all types of craziness. Like I used to hear from other people. So, the way my parents reacted when I decided to leave was actually very supportive. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they did have their qualms and their disappointments with it, but it wasn't something where they made it seem like they loved me any less, or like they felt like I was going to do badly in life, because they always felt like I had like a good head on my shoulders, because I used to excel in school and everything like that, and knew I had some kind of focus. So if I knew that there was something beyond school that I wanted to pursue, they trusted in my capabilities to find what it is and go after it, and not just like, oh, I'm gonna drop out of school and just lay around and just do nothing and leech off of y'all. It's like, nah. So I can say I'm very appreciative of that fact because it could have went a whole different route if that wasn't the case. Like,
Mhm.
who knows where I would be right now.
Right.
So I got shout out to mom, dad. Don't know if y'all listening to this. I know y'all don't got Instagram, but you know, if you ever do see this,
I'll
just know I
make
love you.
it available.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
oh, speaking of, I just realized. And
Hmm.
don't laugh at me, don't make fun of me, but I don't even know how to make this live available.
Save it. If you save it,
Mhm.
um, you can save it and post it as a video, and then you can just reshare it.
Okay. Then that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
All right, cool.
All right. So let's go. Now you are a full-time creative. You do background work, you do modeling. But when you say creative, what medium are you specifically speaking in, or is it multi-medium?
So I feel like it's multimedia, and that's
Mhm.
something I struggled with for a while because I'm like, it went from embracing like, okay, being analytical and a conventional, just computer typist and all technical to shifting into like a creative mindset of, oh, freeness and different possibilities, what things could be. It's like, it's different. So now I feel like I currently exist in a space where it's like I want to create in different realms. So like with poetry, even with poetry, whether writing it, speaking it, making little poetry, short films, there's so many different things that can be created
Mhm.
from an idea, and it can be translated into whatever format that you want. Like I had the realization the other day, like I could take a red and green dragon, for example, right?
Mhm.
With that idea, I can draw it out. I can have people dress up in a costume. I can record a film about it. I can make it a plot device. I can do whatever I want with it, but essentially it will still represent a red and green dragon idea I had in my head.
Okay.
So I would say I'm not really limited. I'm just now starting to explore the different realms of how I can create. So far, that's poetry, content creation, and modeling in those three categories. That's like simple as I can get it.
Okay. Favorite poet?
Favorite poet? Damn, myself. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It's
Yo, I'm. Go ahead, finish.
it sounds like a little bit vain, a little bit, but um, I don't know. I just write. When I write, is like I just feel like it's like me in like another form
Mhm.
of ways I can express, and I be liking the stuff that I write. Like I just be like, wow, nobody else can do this, but it's the same thing how I feel everybody should feel about whatever art they create. Like nobody else can do and create what you just created. So that's the kind of level where it's like I'm starting to look at it um for myself. Like if I'm being honest, I haven't really read much poetry outside of my own, and it's something I'm working on. Like I
Mhm.
went to poetry slams and listening to other people spit and talk their stuff,
Mhm.
but I haven't actually sat down and read through poetry since high school, like Robert Frost and those
Oh,
guys.
dang. Okay. Okay. You want to hear something funny though? I
Hmm.
was thinking to myself, I wonder who his favorite poet is, and I thought to ask you that, and I was like, watch his answer be himself, and sure enough, spot on.
Read me like a book.
Wait, what's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
Okay, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm,
That tracks.
yeah.
That tracks. Okay, favorite content creator.
Favorite content creator. Damn, that's kind of a little hard. I like Wisdom K.
Okay.
He is a model. He's on TikTok, I believe, but I usually follow his stuff on Instagram, and he's a fashion model.
Okay.
So the content that he creates with, like, one, his amazing outfits, and then two, the way he films his setup. Like I'm pretty sure he does it all by himself. Like he
Mhm.
just has the camera, has the fits, the white background, and he's making the outfits look so like full of life. And it's like the outfits, he becomes the outfit, and I always found that so amazing. So I like to watch his stuff. Um, yeah, like it's very inspirational. It encourages me, especially in my modeling aspect, to like just be myself and wear the clothes as if like I am the clothes and
Mhm.
become a different person.
Okay. I like that. I like that. And I'm gonna ask you who your favorite model is. Favorite model.
My favorite model. Um,
Ever
Ty-
in the entire history of modeling?
Tyson Beckford.
Okay.
Tyson, and that's really just based off of one interview I watched with him.
Was it the one
And
that I did with him? No? Dang.
um,
No.
close second though, close second. Close second. It's one he did. I forgot the name of. There's. I will actually send you the link because it was a really good interview. He was just going over like his old past life of what he used to do, and then who he became and the kind of like discipline he had for himself, but also still remaining true to who he is. And I always loved that about him. Someone said I knew he was gonna say Tyson. Yeah.
But you, I don't want to say that you give Tyson vibes because it's just the black male model thing. It's the black male, and there's something about the black male model. Okay, like y'all on the runway, it's a sight to see always. So yeah,
Black excellence.
Black excellence. You have a show coming up.
I do. I do in September.
In September during Fashion Week. You want to tell us about that a little bit?
Yes. So September 8th, I'll be working for Beauty by Farm D fashion show, aka Beauty by Farm D by Cassandra Lang. September 8th, the post, flyer, and tickets are all on my page. It's the very first pinned post, so y'all can definitely go check that out. Support me and support the arts and the fashion and everything like that. And yeah, this is going to be my second New York Fashion Week show. My first one was actually this year back in February. So looking forward to this one as well.
Really? Your first New York Fashion Week show was in February?
Yeah.
And how was that?
That was amazing. Like, it was such a dope experience. I worked for African by Art. Specifically, the designer is Tashi Couture. And I had on this like African kind of print and garment where it's like a vest and like a pantsuit and then like this piece of fabric. It's like a scarf or a wrap. I felt so kingly. Like I just felt so just royal, just in that. And even walking down the runway when I was doing the show, it just felt so amazing. Like even the little pose that they was like,
okay.
To give it like that mystical kind of feeling, because that's really how I felt. Like it's something to just like blow you away.
Like otherworldly, out of worldly, yeah.
Yeah, like out of a storybook, out of a fantasy, out of an idea, like things you would hear about but never really see until you do see it.
Okay. I feel that. So we're gonna wrap this up. But what are your plans?
My plans.
What are your plans for the year? What are your plans for your life? Like, are you following? Oh, you know what? This is a good question. Are you making plans or are you following your heart?
Ooh, it's like a mix of both.
And what does that look like?
What does that look like? Wow. So following my heart is kind of like in the day-to-days is everything's always different. Like I'm learning to make more routines, but it's always like a kind of go with the flow kind of thing. Like, oh, I feel like doing this or I feel like doing that. But applying the planning part is where I'm working on, because I feel like planning also helps to give you a sense of direction. So you can still freely do whatever in the middle, but there's certain targets to hit. So right now I'm planning to, one, beef up my portfolio, two, work on other skills that I'm working on, like video editing and social media and content creation is one, put out a lot more content and have it even be of a higher quality and standard. Working on putting out my poetry more in whichever format, whether it's writing, a book, spoken word, spoken word, or even just short films and any other format. Like I'm just trying to dive right into my career and just create a whole bunch of stuff and just throw it out there. Just throw it out there.
Yeah.
Because it's fun at the end of the day, and it's just also like inspiring to even myself just to share that with other people, because other people may feel inspired and want to share their own creations, or may feel like they can create something themselves, even though, when you see someone draw well and you're like, I can never do that. I can never do that. You just never tried. You may even start just doing little stick figures, but at least you're creating something. Like that itself is a creation.
Yeah.
So looking to put a lot more of that.
Okay.
A lot more.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. And if anybody here can support Devon on his endeavors, please feel free to follow him at _D Noble, DNOBLE.
Yes.
And then do you want to share your other pages, or is that like the main page and they can find everything else from that page?
That's the main page. You can really find everything on there. I'm actually currently working on rebranding, so when it's all said and done, you're gonna start to see a little switch up for me, you feel me, in terms of content. So
Okay. We love to hear it and we look forward to it.
Lovely, yes. I'm looking forward to y'all experience as well.
Good. Thank you so much. Y'all, please do not forget to go follow Devon at _DNOBLE. He is rebranding, but whatever he gives, it's gonna be giving life. Okay. Thank you so much for coming on here and rocking with me. And thank you so much, because at the beginning we had some technical difficulties, everybody, but when we did get on this live, you said 4th time's the charm.
Yep. And that's actually my birthday, which is funny enough. January 4th. Are you
serious?
Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorite numbers too. So
you know what I was thinking about? 4444.
Oh, that's one of my angel numbers too. Sick.
Okay, so see, I told you this was meant to be, and it's been. Y'all, I'm also like rambling because I'm still very nervous about this, but I'm so excited that we did this, and I'm so excited that you were the first person to come and do this.
Listen, thank you so much for having me, and also being such a great host as well. And not even giving up when technical difficulties was arising. A lot of people just I don't want to do this anymore. It is what it is. But that is determination, persistence, and consistency that, like, it shows how determined and focused you are to make sure something works, whether or not it ends up messing up in the first time.
Right.
So success is in your future as well.
It's in your future as well. I see it for you.
Thank you.
I see it for you. Y'all, I'm sure y'all can see it in him too. He is light. Like, he is just so warm. And like I said earlier, he is so wise beyond his years. I will see you over the summer. And I wish you so much success. You're just getting started.
I keep hearing that. It's so interesting.
Because it's real.
Yeah.
Because it's real. You are just getting started.
Yep. We ain't nowhere yet. Just wait till y'all see. Wait till y'all see.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you all next week, June 28th, also at 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Whole new guest, whole new conversation, and I welcome you back.
Yes. So, tune in, guys. Tune in. Definitely tap in with shifts and giggles. Some real shifts and giggles will be occurring. You feel me? Thank you, Rashida, again.
Of course.
Love you. Light, love, energy, everything. We're about to go up. So yeah. I'm looking forward to see all the great things.
Same.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.